Yo, yo, yo. I did watch the new Traders episode. Running a fever. Yeah, I don't feel great. I just know I'm not going to be able to sleep for a little bit. So I'm gonna do a quick stream. Like, this is the lowest effort stream you're ever going to see. I'm trying to win a game of Roblox Big Brother so I can play All-Stars. So, we're doing, like, nothing today. I'm just going to be chatting. I don't like Dan at all in Traders. Bad taste. I love Dan. But also, Dan can do anything and I love Dan. How you feeling? Like shit? I look like shit too. Oh my god. Look at this. Dan acknowledged you twice. Are you jealous? I'm gonna send him a fan DM at some point. Thank you, Cher, for converting your prime. America's watching it now. I just watched it. We were gonna watch it together, but I wanted to go back to my dorm because I was pretty tired. Dan ended his stream just where he started. I didn't notice that. I was watching Jake's stream. Suri's reaction to the mug. Yeah, honestly, I'm beefing with Suri. I watched Mother's Knows Best today, which was very fun. I think they do a good job. I think they do a really good job. But like, I hate when people talk game and I disagree with them. I'm not actually beefing with them, but you know what I mean. Because like, I don't think I'm a very like I was wrong about a lot in the house, but I think in retrospect I've done more homework than anyone else in terms of like trying to figure out what actually happened. You know? And then they're talking based on their experience, not my experience, and I disagree with so much. I get heated. Like, they were talking about how, like, it was a bad move of me to tell Izzy that I wanted to get rid of Suri and Jared. But I never had that conversation with Izzy. Like, my conversation with Izzy was, when we get to the Final Four with Suri and Jared, I want to go to the Final Two with you, and the only reason I feel comfortable going to the Final Four with Suri and Jared is because you're going to be there, and I think you and I have a good shot against each other in the end. Whereas both of us would lose to Suri and Jared, but that's fine. I'm still comfortable going to the end with them because, you know? And I think it's just because Izzy is very protective of Suri, so she, like, interpreted that conversation differently or just had a different takeaway than what I was trying to, you know? They really do have to clean up that hashtag, though. It's crazy. MKB. ODS. And they were also saying America told everyone about for real 3 weeks ago. That did not happen. I don't even know where that came from. And then, like, there was also a discussion of, like, basically that it was a bad move for me to get rid of Izzy, which I'm certain was the right move in the moment. Like, I don't think that's even very debatable. Blue told Suri that. That makes sense. That's the only reason I want to go on 7. Well, it's not the only reason. I think obviously they're really good, but like that's the type of shit I like discussing on podcasts. You know, I want them to like that's the type of shit I'd be able to like push back on and be like, wait a second. Yeah, I mean, it was Jared and Suri. And Izzy. We were all talking about it very openly. I don't know. I think Izzy told me initially, but Jared told me super early too. Like, you got in without us noticing. That's right. Do we recognize anyone? I don't think so. They didn't even acknowledge Crossroads was a thing, kinda. I mean, it was a thing for a small. I mean, like, let's be real. For them, none of the alliances were real at all, except for the three of them. But I think they trusted me more than anyone in the house for like a week. Like the end of week 3, I think I was their person. Flavor of love tonight, maybe. I'm gonna be taking it very easy. Like I do feel like shit. I'm just trying to. Are you gonna make an alliance with this game? No one. Alliances are for cowards. Sorry, guys, give me a lot of that. You guys might want to mute me. I want to be fucking super annoying and coffee. Because you guys know, when I get sick, I get, like, sick. Honestly, I was never really sick in the house, which is crazy, because I know you guys heard me cough the entire time, but, like, I was never that sick. Whoever's blue is gonna fucking win this. Goddamn. Maybe pink. I got shit on. Is it lime green that wins? Oh, did I win? No. 120. I got second? No, not even close. Alright. School probably got you sick? I don't know. Just, I think a lot of traveling probably fucked me up. What else did they say in the podcast that pissed me off? Not actually pissed me off, but like game pissed me off. Last Scene of the Traders. I actually haven't seen it. I kind of stopped after the roundtable, which I know was apparently like Phaedra was shit talking Parvati, which is pretty funny. But look, I feel very vindicated. All these people who are like Phaedra's outplaying Dan and Parvati. It's like, let's see what happens when Phaedra's back's against the wall. You know what I mean? And maybe she'll surprise me, but like, well, Jared didn't think he told me about brown sugar babes when he did. Like, you know? Someone said Izzy wasn't a fan of the gift you got her. Yeah, me and Izzy texted back and forth. She loved it. I guess the thing that like I always just fundamentally disagree with people is like people thinking there was a path in the end game for me with Suri, Jared, and Izzy that didn't involve me winning every comp. Which I would have had a better shot at winning comps against them than against Jag and Matt, but like I'm not that good of a competitor, y'all, you know? I do know a lot of the stuff Phaedra does. It's pretty crazy. Jared said he didn't talk about alliances. America is at her apartment. She's thousands of miles away right now. Suri saying you were Jag's employee. I was so mad at the round table. Because, like, literally everyone was at the round table was going to target Jag, except for maybe Blue. Maybe. And Cameron, of course. Cameron won HOH and didn't target Jag. But she was like, the only people who, like, weren't Jag employees were me and Cameron. I'm like, this is such a bad take. I don't know if Blue would have targeted Jag. I don't know if I believe it. I think she might have done, like, America and Bowie or something. I'm not sure, though. Maybe. Will you be streaming tomorrow? Probably. It's a Friday night. And we're not going to be going out. The weather's horrible. Yeah, I think that's my frustration, like, talking to so many people. It's like I feel like I'm the only one in the cast who, like, made a real... I think Izzy, too, maybe. Who made a real effort to figure out what happened on the season after the season. You know what I mean? Which, like, ultimately, like, people have more important things to do in their lives, whereas I guess I don't. But, you know, like, it's just, like, when people talk about it, I get, like, so, like, internally heated. Because, like, it's not about me being a good player. Like, I don't give a shit about that. It's, like, we're just talking about things where, you know, I'm like, shit, that's not what happened. Yeah, and even before the Terran Deep Dive, I tried to do a lot of homework and after. I think everyone underestimates everyone, or overestimates. Like, I think Jag underestimates Suri, and Suri underestimates Jag, and Matt is underestimated by everyone, but also underestimates people. And, you know, like, everyone just... Like, I feel like after the show, like, I was able to fix a lot of my opinions. You know what I mean? Like, for me, like, when I voted for Jag, initially I thought Jag was a better player than he actually was. And I thought Matt was better than Jag for basically 90 whatever percent of the season until the goodbye messages, but, like, I still thought Jag was, like, a solid player. And I think he had his moments, for sure. But... Well, I will say, I don't think Matt screwed them over as much as I did, because I kind of forced Matt into flipping. Like, when I approached him to flip on Izzy, we already had 5 votes. Like, Matt would not have flipped if he didn't have to. And then eventually Matt got on board, because I think Matt and Jag always tried to, like, morally justify why they were making the move they were, which I didn't obviously give a shit about. Matt is the best player of the house. I mean, I think Suri's the best player, but I think Matt probably played the best game just because of... I think Suri had a real lack of agency after Jared went, just because competitions. It's not really her fault. You were definitely the best in the house with Suri. I think I just had knowledge of the game where no one else did, so I had a huge advantage in that regard, but I was very, very flawed. Yeah, but, like, I don't think being unintentional is necessarily, like, an indictment of your game. Like, I'd love for people to have agency, but it's not the biggest deal to me. Matt was more easy to convince than Jag? No, definitely not. But also, Matt was in a much better spot than Jag. So, like, for Matt, the flip didn't make sense. Like, I think it was a bad move for Matt. I think it was a great move for Jag. But by the time I approached Matt, we already had 5 votes. So Matt knew there was no fucking choice to make. Yeah, I don't think that's the way to do it. I think it's just fucking... I think Suri's great at Survivor, and that makes people think she was good at Big Brother, but she wasn't. I don't think that's fair. I think she's very good at Big Brother. I think it's just hard to evaluate Suri's game because of the very unique circumstances of the game, you know? Matt benefited from being a golden-haired white boy. Yeah, for sure. But, you know, I think that's a factor you consider when looking at his game. I think Jared's more of a hindrance. I think ultimately, but I think going into the game, having Jared's an advantage. And maybe you can manage Jared better, but it's probably really hard. So I don't know. Look, I think we were robbed of Matt not being on the block one week. I think he would have panicked a bit. I think Matt could be like a JT where he comes back in another season and people are like, wait, this is not the guy I remember, you know? Like I think unintentional Matt might be better than intentional Matt, but maybe intentional Matt's really good. I'm not sure. Come on, God. Motherfucker. America had okay awareness but no social capital. Yeah. Yeah, America had her problems in the game, but she was again, like she had knowledge of the game, which is such an upper hand compared to most people. Well, I think she also had accurate reads because she had actual information. You know what I mean? Like, if I was talking to Jag the same way I was talking to America, I think Jag would have had better reads. But also, I think America like has good instincts for the game where she could like acknowledge that hey, maybe someone's lying to me, as opposed to everyone else who was just like, no, they can't lie to me. They just seem like they're telling the truth, you know? Like, she'd always tell us socially when vibes were off. Um, yeah, maybe. 11. There's a god. Wait, I never fell. What happened? I don't understand. You talked her out of some of her good reads towards the end? Like, what? When Cam wanted to backdoor you? Yeah, I thought I was in danger, but not for the same reason. Like, not for the right reasons. I thought I was in danger because I thought, like, Matt and Jag were up there trying to get me backdoored. Like, working with Cameron. Not, like, Jag trying to save me from being backdoored by Cameron. I was paranoid about getting backdoored, but I didn't think Jag was fighting for my life. Because also, you have to understand, Jag wasn't telling me that. And I don't know why he wouldn't, you know? You Jeff getting panicky that week? Yeah, I was fucking panicking. The week before a jury, it was horrible. Jag did a really bad job explaining how hard he fought for you. Well, after the fact he did, but like during the week, like he was up there talking to Cam the whole time, and I was like, what the fuck's happening? You guys gave the credit to Matt? Look, all Jag had to do was say something, you know? I think mostly me feeling good about Cam was probably me, like, not even having a social read, more so being like, why the fuck would Cameron target me right now? Oh, safe. Like, I was like, why the fuck? You should target Matt and Jag. Like, what are we doing? Because he thought you were arrogant? He thought I was arrogant? That's crazy. Definitely a little arrogant, though. Oh shit, Colleen, are you in the game? None of Cam's move made sense. I think it would be hard to know exactly what he was thinking. Well, I mean, you guys know, like I think I was the most self-aware player for the first 3 weeks, and like the least self-aware for the last 3 weeks. You know, like I found it much easier to play from like a position, not at the bottom, but like I was not good at playing in a position of power. I was counting how many ingredients there were. Fuck. Um. No, trust me, I know. Like I've done my homework. I know what. I know what was happening at this point. Type first letter of the ingredients. No, I'm not a cheater. Yeah, I think Trader's great. Like, I think people are so stupid to underestimate Dan or Parvati. Like, we have enough of a sample size to know they're good. It is very infuriating to watch, knowing that, like, why are these people suspicious of Kevin from Bling Nation? Everyone was on to Dan day 2. Look, I like Janelle. I think she's one of the most exciting Big Brother house guests. I do not necessarily trust her commentary. I don't know if she's the most reliable narrator. Is that fair? Shouldn't you just recruit whoever, like, is most suspicious of you? Isn't that, like, a good play? Did you watch season 1? No, not really. Yeah, I wonder what Dr. Will is going to be there to do. Because also, no one's going to know who Dr. Will is outside of, like, Dan, Parvati. I don't even know if Parvati will know. You have to watch Suri on season 1. I mean, I can imagine how she won. Like, I feel like that's, like, the perfect format for Suri. It's like it's like all her strengths. Janelle, oh, of course Janelle. Yeah, like the Big Brother Survivor people, you know? Like, Will know. Why didn't you watch season 1? Look, I don't think The Traitors, it's a good show. It's a horrible format. And I don't even know how good the show is. Like, it's fun, and I think the cast just carries it. And I feel like this cast is a lot better than the last cast. While cats being bitter against her is crazy. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I've never done this before. This OTF. I saw the ending clip. What do I gotta find? What do I gotta find? Red sphere, okay. How do you go so much faster than me? Fucking red sphere anywhere? God damn. Jesus. Thoughts on Bergie playing low-key, a great game? Eh. I like Bergie, but like I think it's a lot easier for some people to not have suspicion. Do you like Alan Cumming as a host? Yeah. I think he's great. I think he does exactly his job. Would you have drank from the chalice if Parvati asked me to? Would you ever host a reality show? Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing like John should be murdered too. Like, at this point, I think you vote off the people who are never going to be voted off, who you don't have influence over. It feels like they have some influence over Bergie. Would you want to be a faithful or a traitor? If I was actually on the show, I'd want to be a traitor. But, like, you know, like, in, like, the RHAP, you'd much rather be a faithful. Because, like, traitors have a much better chance to actually win money. What do you think of Brian Heidick? How he do at Winners at War? Probably not well in Winners at War, but he was a good winner. Seems like a really fucking weird person. What do you think of Dan's acting skills? You know, it's alright. Ultimately, that's not his strength, though. His strength is just the one-on-one conversations. I did see why Deontay left. It's very interesting. It's strange, but I get it. You and Izzy for Traders 2.0? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they're Big Brother people they would go for is like Dan, Janelle, Rachel O'Reilly, Cory, and Izzy. You know what I mean? I actually don't think Dr. Will would be good on Traders in his prime. I think he'd be way too suspicious. I think he would, like, be too cute with it and try to have fun and, like, you know. Like, he'd be such an easy vote. And you don't have, like, the amount of time in Big Brother to, like, charm people. Josh Martinez would be a horrible faithful. Yeah, Brittany Haynes would be a good choice. I think Danielle Reyes would be a good choice, too. New York. Probably pretty good. Taylor. Yeah, Taylor would be fun. Motherfucker. What reality show do you think Flavor Flav would be best at? You can make a run in Celebrity Big Brother. Flavor Flav would be a good faithful. You think he'd be good on Dealer No Deal Island? Vanessa would be fun. As a trader, yeah. We haven't seen Vanessa in so long. Since when were you on the block? I think someone quit. They like auto-filled the block. It's pretty fucked up. Candy saying save Cory is not good for the cause. Tony would be good casting. Tony's perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Tyson, too. Marianne would be fun. Mini clip. What was Kirsten on? I know she was trying to could have been on BB Can. Did she end up on Sequester or something? Well, she could have been on BB Can 6, right? She wasn't. Kevin Jacobs would obviously be great. As always. Oh god, I'm so fucking bad at this. Ica? Yeah, that'd be good. Captain Lee for House of Villains. That's what I want. William Afton for Trader Season 3. fucking right. Fuck out of here. Shannon Sharp for season 3? You guys have some horrible ideas. Has Zach been working on it? I don't know. I sent him the VOD. And it's a memory comp. Here we go. Stephen A. He's too performative, I think. From Hell's Kitchen, Sabrina. I have no idea. Dude, how the fuck every time did they get him right? These are such hard questions. They write it down? Fucking cheaters. Power play. Power play. That's on Nick Wilson. Weird dude. Social game here is incredible. Money went to that man's head. I don't think that's the problem. I think he just is a right-wing crazy person. Well, when is this? This will be my 4th win if I get it. I think it's a good pitch. Uh-oh. This feels like a 2-1 vote that I lost. I don't know why someone would push to legalize cousin incest. Didn't he say it was like an oversight in the bill? He like tripped and fell on the legalize incest button. He's like, whoops. Hate when that happens. Don't you hate when you accidentally push for a bill that legalizes incest? Unanimous. Let's go. Yes. Yes. What a day. And I was thinking of not streaming. More white male winners. My Roblox character is not white or male. I guess he might be male. Alright, one more game, then I go to bed. Can you rank your BB winners? I feel like I already did that. You guys can probably find that in a VOD somewhere. I need to win one more game for All-Stars. Flavor of Love. Nah, there's only 300 people in here. I feel like I want to wait for more people, you know. America's in her apartment. No one plays Eviction Notice All-Stars. You're telling me you guys aren't going to grind to get in All-Stars to play against me? Come on. Damn, us 300 are losers? Legit. Like, what are you guys doing? I'm not even, like, giving you a good stream right now. And you're still watching? Just because you don't post? Yeah, I didn't post on purpose today. I kind of wanted to keep it low-key. You get a house of full former alumni. If I really tried, but I feel like it's weird. Like, I don't want to be sending out DMs like, hey, everyone who wants to play Roblox Big Brother, you know? The game Pal World? I don't understand what it is. It looks like Pokemon. Do we know anyone in this lobby? Pokemon with guns. Who's your favorite OG? OG Pokemon. It's tough. Pinsir is pretty cool. Fuck with Pinsir. Are you and America still together? You know. Yes, we're still together. Where's an everything burger? Come on. Reveal yourself. Fuck my life. This is where it ends. This is how my story ends. This is so sad. Oh, fuck me. I want to die. I feel like they fucking ruined this game. This game used to be a lot more fun. The way they used to do it. Favorite Breaking Bad character, and why is it Walt Jr.? Oh, fuck. Candy's in here again. My favorite Breaking Bad character, Murray. Obviously. Would you watch the new Mean Girls? I don't like musicals that much. I know that's a very vanilla take. You streaming Goose Goose Duck again? I don't think so. On Sunday? America's gonna be playing, I think. Who asked today? I heard it's bad. I mean, it looks bad, right? No, America moved to Nashville, yeah. The Greatest Showman is amazing. Yeah, I'm sure there's some good musicals. Watch for Renee Rapp and Renee Rapp alone. Favorite Dexter season? 2, 4, 7. 7 super underrated. Honestly, I like all the seasons though. I think season 8's trash, but outside of that, I liked them all. 5 and 6 are worse, but I still like them a lot. Ice Truck Killer's the GOAT? I don't think so. It's a good season, but I think it's just like it's going through growing pains. They're trying to figure out what the show is. Season 1, like Dexter is like a caricature of someone. Season 1. She should stream it from this Twitch account. I mean, yeah, I'll ask her if she wants to. Katie, season 7 is fire. Trinity Killer, yeah. I think that's probably the best season. But. Yeah, we had like a DVD collection that was like the Dexter Blood Slides. It was like the Blu-ray school. New Blood was fun. I liked it a lot until the finale. Like, I don't understand why they can't just make a bland-ass finale that people are going to think is mid. They always try to do something with it. I watched some Next Level Chef. That could be the worst show I've ever watched. What a stupid concept. Every episode is the same confessional of, it might be hard considering I don't have the best kitchen supplies. You know what I mean? Or they're like, I should do great. Like they make food and they're like, it should be really good considering you got the state-of-the-art oven. It's like the stupidest concept for a show I've ever seen. Also, don't shame people in the chat for not keeping up with America and I's every happening. It's okay. Wake up, Mr. West. Get up. Do you like it in Nashville? Yeah, I love Nashville. I think Nashville's great. Nona is a terrible winner? I don't think so. I think she's a fine winner. You think Felicia's gonna do well in her online Survivor game? That is one of the most eclectic casts I've ever seen. I can't believe the 2 people from BB25 are Cam and Felicia. It's gonna be crazy. I was talking to Trey today. We got in Discord and talked for like an hour, 2 hours. Yeah, like Cliff organized it. Cliff Hogg. It's like Cam, Felicia, Trey. Who else is on it? There's some goofy people. Who else was there? Let me see. It's like an online survivor game run by Cliff Hogg. Cliff Notes. You and Trey Advice. Yeah, I linked up him and Cam. Pre-game. I think it'd be funny to see Cameron and Traders. I think Cameron would be the worst faithful of all time. How many techies do you think Mama Fee's gonna have? Some, for sure. I think he'd be bad faithful, but I also think he would always be sussed as the traitor. Felicia leaked someone's phone number. Yeah, that's your fault for getting. You should always think that's a possibility. I really regret joining this game. Like, I might quit. Play something else? No, I mean, you guys hear me. Like, honestly, scale of 1 to 10, how shit do I sound? How fucked up do I look? Horrible. There, yeah. I feel like shit. I'm gonna do this next HOH comp, and then I'm gonna get off, unless I win. In which case, I'm gonna have a reign of terror. Are you gonna see a doctor? No, I'm just gonna sit here and not drink water and get worse. Can we raid Jake? 100%. I literally got live to get, like, 300 viewers so I could raid Jake. Guys, Jake is the coolest dude. I love Jake. I love everyone from that cast. They're all super sweet. Julie, Jake, and Austin are probably the ones I've interacted with the most. Super, super nice. I was also sitting next to Drew during the final 6 or 7 when he won immunity, final 7, which was very cool. All right, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna see if this helps me. I don't need it for this one. Circle, star, star, heart. This doesn't work. 6. I can't do this. Kill myself. I like Drew. I think Drew was a nice guy. I also was kind of rooting for him during the season. He wasn't my #1 favorite, but I was, I don't think the confident, nerdy-looking nerd is a beloved archetype. You know? Who's my number one? I was rooting for Austin, just because I was hanging out with Austin the most. The dislike for Drew's unwarranted? Literally, he did nothing. Outside of, like, be annoying for some people, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I think it's a good idea. I'm definitely gonna get off, though. I'm fucking over it. We're gonna raid Jake. I know he's probably getting off soon, but fuck it. You know, he could pass on the raid. Just so you get on. Don't worry, you're not missing much. This was a shit stream. And I appreciate you guys being here, but... you know. Appreciate it. I'll try to feel better for tomorrow. I'm on a mission. Thank you, Bree. Right here. This is for you. Enjoy.